Craft, design, and launch NFTs effortlessly across multiple blockchains. From generating high-quality visuals to enhancing audio, scripting, and minting digital assets, Call AI's advanced tools empower creators of all kinds, developers, designers, artists, and innovators alike. Now available on mobile, Call AI brings everything you need into one seamless platform, giving you the power to create anytime, anywhere.
Click the link at the top line.
All right, so with this big controversy right now about some of the Eagles players not going to the White House, and D.L. Hughley specifically called out Saquon Barkley for not only going to the White House, but for playing some golf with the President Donald Trump. Let's play it, TMZ's clip, and we'll talk about it.
Whose side are you on?
I think that it's not just political. What Donald Trump has done and is doing to Black history is unsavory and it's undeniable. Donald Trump is deliberately trying to erase Black people's history for whatever quest. He's elevating Christopher Columbus again. So he deliberately is doing things to Black people that isn't just political. And any Black man that does it is going to obviously catch some level of heat. When a Black person does it, I can when it's a Black person, I can always tell what kind of Black person. I can always tell what they are.
Whoa, wait, what does that mean, Dio?
Saquon Barkley, he had a girlfriend that threw around the N-word a lot and said she wasn't a gold digger and she wasn't messing with no broke N-words. He looks like that kind of guy that is indifferent to what Black people go through. It's just true. And I think I've noticed that to be consistent with a lot of Black people who show up. They have a shoe booty affect to them.
Well, suppose I did not know that about his girlfriend. I mean, I know who his girlfriend is, but yeah.
So to me, he seems like the type of guy who would do that and be indifferent to what's happening to Black people.
Can't you separate the honor from the person?
I think you can't squeeze honor out of the unhonorable. He's an unhonorable man who assaults Black people, insults our history on a daily basis. We're not talking about somebody that we having a political disagreement. We're talking about somebody that's erasing Harriet Tubman and the Tuskegee Airmen and disbanding Black history. There is a reason that the Black people who they have a certain affect about them, they have a certain way about them. They seem to be indifferent to what is happening to Black people and to not care about it. And I think he seeks them out. I think that just like water seeks its own level, those kind of men and women easily show up at these events, and they're great for camera fodder, and they all have the same affect about. I'm not shocked that he dated a white girl that said the N-word, threw the N-word around. He looks like the kind of guy that would do it, and the kind of guy who would do that wouldn't care about what happened to Black people. And
All right, now this is ignorance at its highest level. First of all, Saquon, you can say what you want about his wife or whatever the case may be, but his daughters are also Black or mixed race. But let's just say they Black, right? See, that's the part that gets me about people. They say, well, oh, you got with a white girl with this and you got children with her, but your kids are also going to be classified as Black. Your mother, your sister, your father. So this when you got a guy like Dale Hughley, this is what he does. First of all, he's a paid shield of the Democratic Party, right? He's trying to stay relevant. He will do anything and say anything to keep himself in the spotlight. The mere fact that they even asking this guy is a slap in the face to us. Like a comedian, somebody who gets up on the stage and shucks and jives and spins on his forehead and make white folks laugh. Says you got so much against white folks and this against, Trump. But you see all this stuff about Trump, and I don't agree with the Columbus thing, whatever the case may be, but at the end of the day, you're a Biden and a Kamala supporter, bro. You're a Biden and Kamala supporter. They arguably, them two together, have done more to harm blacks than Trump could ever do. And we can argue that, we could debate that, we could do whatever you want about that. But I'm not trying to get on no thing where it's defending Trump. You attacking, like you pick out Saquon Barkley, right? As if he was the only Black Eagle player to go. There were several other Black players and personnel that attended that meeting. They were. Eli Ricks, Jordan Mailata. So does that mean that they have the same stance as this? And then see, Saquon Barkley, right? You can say whatever you want about him, right? You can attack him whatever way you want to attack him, but say it to the man's face. Don't go on TMZ. Go say it to his face. When you see him, attack him. Say, look, you this and you that. He's pretty much trying to call him a sellout at the end of the day. That's what he's trying to call Saquon. Some type of a sellout, some type of somebody who abandoned his own race for a white girl. That's what he's calling Saquon. Just because he played golf with the president. But he also played golf with Barack Obama. You ever think he went up there just because he respects the office of the president and it wouldn't matter what president it was? You ever think about that? Because it's the White House and it's where the laws are enacted and it's where, the person that's running the country is, and they want us to come to the White House and they want us to, honor us for a feat that we did by blowing out the Super Bowl, the previous 2-year Super Bowl champion, Kansas City Chief. Telling you, you can't listen to these guys, man. You can't listen, Donnie. So me personally, you know, um, I felt like they all should have went, but I'm not going to get them for not going, right? Because at the end of the day, I mean, like Biden has said a lot of stuff. A lot of people have said a lot of stuff in this country, all over is you know saturated with racism, bigotry, prejudice all over the place. You want to talk about Christopher Columbus and all this, like pretty much like we pretty much know. Like if you want to know the history, you can find out the history, bruh. At this point, what you do with it is one story. We know the history at this point, man. What are we gonna do with it? So beware. I'm not saying that some of the stuff that DL said wasn't correct, but beware of people like this. Because instead of him just staying silent and saying nothing, now you want to attack. We still attack. We gotta attack. We gotta attack. We gotta go after this person. We gotta go after this. You gotta call Saquon this. You gotta call him that. Like don't do that. Man, he got children, man. He has children. And what's the difference, right? With white people paying you or you making white people laugh? Or Saquon going to visit the president of the United States? What's the difference? If that was the case, you should be all opposed to I don't want no white people in the audience paying for my comedy shows. That's how it should be. So stop all the bullshit, man. Stop all the bullshit. I barely ever agree with DL. When I seen what he did for the Democratic Party, and I seen how it looked like he took, the bag, I was like, I'm done with this cat, man. Like, all right, you funny, you can make people laugh. That's where the freaking buck stops, bro. Talking politics and things like that, and what people should do and what they shouldn't do. You're silly. You're silly. We don't take you serious. Like Malcolm said, we shouldn't be listening to rappers, comedians, entertainers when it comes to politics. No, we shouldn't be doing that. You got a man that's going up there just genuinely, like if you knew Saquon, he's genuinely a good person. Take care of his kids, just a good guy, a good leader. And you want to attack him for one, his choice of woman. For two, because he went to the White House and he played golf with Trump. That's what you attack him on? Because his girl said the N-word. Whoop the freaking do. I mean, let's be real. Like, they saying that all over, bro. Everybody's saying that now. Like, that's nothing that's, I'm not saying that is 100% correct, but everybody's saying it. We made it cool for everybody to say it. Mexicans and, whoever, they can say what the hell they want to say now. We made it cool. It's a black dude right now next to a white dude that's dropping an N-bomb. Right now, I'm watching. And the black dude gonna say, this is my N. This is my white N. Or this is my N. And the white dude and the black dude gonna call each other, that's my N. I mean, like, come on, man. Like, this is 2025. This is 2025, bro. And do I think it's silly? Yes, I think it's silly. I don't think but it's just what it is. So for you to try to hold that against somebody, like you trying to destroy this man's character, you know, when this woman was probably with him, and he ain't have shit. Probably held him down. Other people probably thought he was a corny. He was this, he was that, but she was with this man through all, these different steps. Who knows what she did for him in their early days, and he chose to be with her. And you wanna attack that? I don't agree with that, bro. I don't agree with that. You find love where you find love, man. Like come on, man. But I'm gonna leave it right there. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'll tell you what, DL Hughley always leads for good content, man. He gives some good stuff. That look on his face. Look at that look on his face, man. Just look at him. The black bourgeois at his finest. I'm out. Peace.